second stream same day. Wow. No, it's not that big of a deal. I left the game running, thinking I was going to just kind of come back after my second sleep, because the start of that stream happened. 2 a.m. because I got woken up early. And I got tired and I went back to sleep. And during breakfast, I realized I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow's stream in case we have to fly, so we don't have to interact. So we're gonna just go on luck flight. And then, depending on my fatigue and my hernia and whether I get a response to an email I sent this morning, I will either... And my mood, I'll either, like, grind something. You can see I'm doing a little grinding of Dragoon off stream because one of my retainers is a Dragoon. Or I'll EU or something, but honestly, I think what's probably gonna happen is I feel confident taking Summoner. Sure, it'll be fine. We can get a little bit of equipment. We'll just bring this in here. So depending, I think it's probably not going to be much because my hernia is feeling a little bad. I had all the, I got imaging done yesterday, and that is... I have to drink like a liter of iodine solution in this vial, and it's my stomach's been upset since. Yeah, we're just gonna grab some everything. No, look, the robot here can do gemstone trades. How lovely! We get gargantua hides. Striking dummies here. I mentioned during the stream, but I really do want to like emphasize. I think this place is neater now that it's dead. Like the aesthetic. I love this vibe. It's such a good vibe. Vendor unit. Everything here is worse than what we've already got, so we won't bother. That sounds good. How does this look? Eh. 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 The gloves are fine, but I already have gloves that have that vibe. It's gargantua skin shoes. The street shoes, but... yeah, so we're here. That's all I have to say. We're here, and we're going to go around, and we're going to gather the flight here. I like the vibe. The vibe in this place now is pretty good. We have basically everything to get. So, we're gonna grab a couple Aether Currents just while we were going through last Saturday. Okay. So, yeah, start. 322 yalms northeast. That's gonna be over here in Yesterland, which no longer is under any restrictions, so we no longer have to do the age regression. People got mad about that joke. Yesterland. No zipline. So sad. 118 yalms north. get north. So these enemies, I do have to be a little careful, because these enemies are going to be strong compared to me. I'm 3 levels under level, but I should still be able to handle one-on-one. I hope. Right now. Yeah. I think we might have trouble if we had multiple, but one-on-one we should be fine. So as long as we're careful. We'll be okay. So our next spot we head to is 409 Yalms East. And we have a perplexing puzzles. So it's going to be over near the Tower of Mu. Let's head do the quest, I think, because the quest is on the way. That looks like one of the clouds of Aether that people left behind when they went poof. The little bots did. Is the Aether still here? I'm slightly worrisome if the Aether is still here. I'm gonna try and avoid all the monsters. We're gonna be sneaky in Yesterland with our Sorcerer. Can't be that sneaky. Look away! We'll go this way. Dodgy. I just want to be careful. I don't want to get ambushed by a bunch of things. With my level 97 thing in the level 99 zone. I should clear out that outrunner. Lively lass, your soul should be at rest. Hey, Nis, can you believe it? I finished setting up a brand new game for my friends, and they've gone and disappeared. Unbelievable. It took me ages to think of all the clues and hide them around. I guess it was all for nothing. I got an idea. Why don't you give it a go? Trust me, you'll have a great time. Okay, here's the first riddle. By yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. So you can figure out where I've hidden the next clue. Thank you, game, for telling me. By yesterday's gate, the way you come in. Back we go. Behind all the little houses, being a little sneaky. Avoiding the crazy bots and the weird little... whatever the fuck these are. Secret bad things. Okay, you're just gonna be in my way. Not a threat, actually. We do them one at a time. It's when we get multiples that we're gonna have a problem. We might be able to take 2, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, we're here. There's a big pile. We look for a big pile. There's the gate. Stack of crates. OMG, it's a big pile. Spirit parchment. Congratulations! 4 lamps loom over streets of glass, but only one true light shines on her majesty. Only one true light shines on her majesty. Well, her majesty is that way. So it's this one. Great solved. Here's the next clue. Over the river, in the side of the spiral, behind the pointy hat, hide the shrubs you seek. River. This would be nicer if you didn't have that. I guess we're going there. I was looking for where the river might be on the map, and then... oh yeah, it tells me the answer. Probably just run there. We shouldn't have to worry too much. We'll probably just draw one at a time. Yeah, we go up the hill and around. There's a clerk there, but it's a robot, so it doesn't matter. God, the frickin' the dead haunted part 5. It's rancid. I love it. Really, I think Dawntrail would have been helped so much if we hadn't established, kind of, early on that the Endless were not actually the souls of the people, but were like the AI Simulacra. Because it's like, oh well, there is no moral ambiguity about this, they're just AI simulations. It's like the shit that Grammarly was doing with the academics. It's like, no, don't do that. So, pointy hat. Behind the pointy hat. This is the pointy hat. Alright. It's the shrubs. Okay, we'll go around the other side. Like, yeah, no. They're trying to say something about memories and everything, but we've established, like, through real-world experience between when Dawntrail came out and now that memories are insufficient to establish the individual. You're a dab hand. One final clue to go. Princess awaits your return. You also need the password. I want to be your canary. I'm not sure that it's appropriate for a 40-year-old woman to be saying something like that to a young woman, but yeah. That's the password. We'll give her the password, and then we'll give her a nice long lecture about the differentials in power between adults and children, and how even if she really, really finds me attractive, I can't even consider dating her, because to do so would be... oh, apparently she's not. She's over here. Okay. I thought it was going to be back to her. But then, like, because of that, like, even if she really, really liked me, she would not meaningfully be able to consent because of the power that I hold over her. That's what I'm looking for. That's why you don't... It's why... yeah. It's why pedophile bad. There's issues of consent associated with the differentials of power. Lively lass. I forgot to turn off auto run. Lively lass, I'm sorry, it can never be. Found me, I guess you know the password. I want to feed your pony. Hey, I want to greet your kitty. Wink, wink. No. Yay! Now you finished, I thought I'd tell you I came up with my clues. The first clue was by yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. I'm at the entrance to Yesterland with a stack of crates a few steps away. There's one kid who hung out by the gate and made sure any newcomers quickly got the lay of the land. Real nice of him, right? And then the 4 lamps and the lady supposed to look for the street lamp closest to Mezzo Terminal. Yeah, I figured that one out. And there you can see Queen Steen's statue. Third pun, my clues on the river side of the thing. The river is the old Electrope River, which is Spiral's the aircast station. Pointy Hat is the building with the funny shaped roof. We used to play hide and seek. It was always a popular spot. Cute. Last clue. Well, I wrote that because princesses live in castles, and that's where I'm waiting. But you're dying to hear about the password. I want to be your canary's code we used when we need to keep something secret. It's the title of an old play about a princess who falls in love with a commoner. The great thing about the game, it's not just about having fun, it's a great introduction to Yesterland. Everyone knows about Bergmer's Ring and the Esperance Wheels. I want to take folk off the beaten trail, make sure they learned our password. Well, I guess I won't need it anymore. Still, I'm glad you paid my game, miss. I think I'll go for a last wander about. It's been fun, thank you. Bye. Bye, go die now, AI bot. Stop hanging around. Bum, 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 bum. I'm kind of curious about a lot of these, but let's focus on the task at hand. 108 Elms Northeast. Right at the Geo Terminal. I'm gonna guess it's behind the castle. Or it's right there. Where I probably should have noticed it upstream the other day. And I avoid all of the brownies who are gonna pound me at once. I want to risk taking on. No. If I could get up here and force him to run around, I might, but I don't think I can. We're at 17 Yalms south. That is going to be back here by the Esperance Wheels. Maybe go in here and then just follow the road south. I guess we dip into this little thing all along the way. Hey, there it is between the wheels. Right where I thought it would be. I was saying, I think I don't know if I said it or not. This map, I think, has a lot of really good design in it. Tower of Moo. I don't want to get there. How do I get there? It's going to be easier when there's light. I don't know if there's a way to get there without it. No, I don't think there is. 1,000 yalms northwest. That's like that area, so... Let's go back to the lay node. Check the next area. It should be west from the beach sector. There's one there. And then there's two here. It's not one over in the balloons. That tracks. The balloons were kind of a letdown. TBH. Didn't find them very great. So 765 yalms northwest. That's firmly in Canal Town. That's 76 yalms west. It's pretty far west. Yeah, we're being a little risky. It's fine. Still further west. This is actually a bit further west than I thought I was gonna go. It's over there. Okay. But yeah, I think that explicitly stating that they were Smalkra kind of killed the stakes at the end of everything. Like, you have to be the sort of loser who thinks that an AI is sentient to not to kind of get stakes for the, like, oh no, we have to kill them all. No, you don't. They're dead already. It's just an AI data center. And we're just cleaning up the last few kind of rogue entities. Never guess what happened. I was in the middle of one of my tours and my customers vanished. Something worse than not being able to see something through to the end. I need to do something with this pent-up pep. I don't think I've ever given you the tour, so how about it? I promise it won't take too much time. Sure. Canal Town wouldn't be Canal Town without its water, and where better to dip your toes in the local history than two of our storied fountains at the Font of Devotion. Okay. Let's get this first. I appreciate that the water sprites aren't hostile. I still feel like most of these should not be hostile, but... well... such is life. Remembered. I still love that frickin' pun. That's such a bad pun. Remembered. There you are.
Oh, for an obliging pursuit, this would have to pull out the stops. According to the legends, there are two water sources imbued with mystical powers. The first is this one. It is a mouthful enough to give you vim and vigor. Given the town prides itself on the resort of blah 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 blah.
It's not a real place. There are no real people. Hard to find any cares about the tour because it's not a real place with real people. Like, it's worse. This particular quest is worse than the usual. Oh, I just need to get flying. Because, like, oh. Not only is this a real place, it hasn't been a real place for ages. So, the tour isn't interesting. These waters bring happiness to whoever tosses in a coin. Sure. Use the old coin at the wishing spot. Which we have to use it instead of throwing it, even though there is a throw mechanic already. Wow. I'm gonna be so happy if you go disappear. And cease to exist, you bot.
I don't have to ask, but what did you wish for?
To get done what needs getting done.
See, sounds like you have some weighty responsibilities.
Of course. Girl, oh my gosh.
No, I've been given this tour countless times, but not once that I made a wish myself.
Not because I pour scorn on the legends, I just never got around to it. I got to finish my tour, so to mark the occasion I might as well just toss a coin in. That was a short tour. For my wish. If I had another chance at life, I'd want to connect with as many people as I could through my job. Worked here as a tour guide in my former life, too. Before it became a home for the endless. It was open to living, breathing folk seeking relaxation and revelry. I guided a lot of people back then. Never tired of sharing my knowledge and hearing visitors' stories. I suppose that's why I took up the same job as an endless. I'm proud of it. Proud of staying true to myself. You didn't come to hear me harp on. Thanks for sticking till the end. Hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Deleted. Bye. Farewell, my final customer. Farewell, ChatGPT. Get out of here. I mean, that's not fair to them. They are more advanced models than ChatGPT. And commensurately more expensive as far as processing. Like, ChatGPT only requires destroying the planet and the climate grid and poisoning black communities for their data centers. It doesn't actually require destroying souls. 600 kilometers north. That's gonna be up there. There might be something way over here. Might. So we'll take a flight. But it is very unlikely. I appreciate that I can swim. How do I get over to the other side? Where do I get in? Let me in. Thank you. No. Okay. 716 yelms north. So either there's something right up there. Sure, there's something. There's going to be something right up there. That is about 716 yelms. Because that's over 1,000. Hmm. 478 yelms northeast, actually over there again. I don't think we can swim all the way there. I'm gonna try though. How far does it let me swim? The answer is not far. Okay. We're 28 yelms west. Let's go. I do appreciate that the flowers are real. I like that. That means that this world isn't entirely destroyed by the AI data centers. And that gives me hope for the real world when you come out of the current madness. Even if we end up making the world inhospitable for human life, it will develop new life. There will still be existence, and as long as there's existence, there will still be samsara. So, no end. At least not yet. That's good news. South. Honestly, probably better off coming just back to the lay node. South and west, which is vaguely where we're going. I'm gonna head towards that, whatever that is. That seems interesting and new. We pull aggro, we'll fight the one thing that we pull aggro on. There's the interesting and new thing. Not so interesting and new. $141 yalms south. Let's just buy this collection of moss. That's not a very inspired place for an Aether Current. And again, I'm not really expecting anything inspiring in the blooms. I think this is by far the worst designed portion of the map. 702 yalms east. I feel like it's getting to be over there. Yeah, because that's 400 yalms. So that's 400 yalms. That's 800, so it is getting over to this. So, time to go to Isle Volcane. $410 yalms northwest. It's gonna be near the Pyro Terminal. Which requires me to go all the way around, but that is so annoying. Oh. Nothing to it but to do it. I make sure that there's nothing in here that's missed. Oh, we can't read the Malala anymore. Hope you remember that, because it's gone forever. We haven't been up here yet, so I'm gonna go. I probably should have gone before it became dead. So yeah, there's not gonna be as much up here. I'm trying to make you feel sad in comparison to everything else, I think. Well, I should be able to New Game Plus or something at some point and revisit this area. Anything in here? 267 yalms southwest. That's about what I was expecting. I will check when we come out of here, because there is a chance that... No, that's not far enough to be 267 yalms. Yeah. It's further. It might be up and around, actually, in the menagerie. Yeah, there it is in the menagerie. We can see it. So to get there, we need to go up and around. Okay. That's not a problem. Slight problem, because I can't hop over the edge there. That I don't like. You have to, like, go around. That's not that big of a deal. The menagerie, which I guess also was exciting for everything. Yeah, I do feel a little bit of regret that we didn't get to explore more. That we didn't explore more thoroughly. But again, I really felt disengaged with the stakes at the end of this. It's like, we've already made our decision. Let's go shut that down. Here's where the magma used to be. Okay, so that's been done. It's at 272 yalms southwest. Gotta be over there. Let's come back to Leno Cairo and check out our quests. Yeah, if we check, we have one more dot, and we have the 2 quests. So let's just get the quests, because they're here. Unless they seem particularly exciting, I'm probably not going to worry too much about it. Volcanic disruptions. You, with the weapons, pardon my candor, but you must accompany me to Matchlock Menagerie this instant. No, I'm not asking you on a leisurely outing. I'm asking you to save innocent lives. I spent a trio of scorpions and animals and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so I should have actually talked to these people first, because they're gonna take me to where I was going. Well, good to know. Exhausted engineer, what do you got? I've wanted a relaxing reprieve. I never thought it would come to this. I misplaced something precious, a set of blueprints. I suspect I dropped them, but everyone disappeared. I was so absorbed I couldn't even vanish with them. Forgive me for my boldness. You seem a generous sort. Everyone disappeared, and I couldn't even, like, vanish with them. I'm so distraught. Okay. I like her. She's like, yeah. I was supposed to, like, be deleted, but my blueprints, I needed them. I can't be deleted till I have my blueprints. You understand? Let me find my blueprints. Okay, we'll go looking for your blueprints. It's an arena advertisement. That's not a blueprint. Okay. Does not look like it's actually gonna matter. Oh, hi. The fate we did is still there. Detailed documentation. They're all the way back. Okay. This little lizard is quickly becoming one of my favorite mounts. I just love the sound it makes. It goes flap. It's great. Although I do want to complain again about lack of connectivity. There should be a connection here. There should be a connection there. Even if it's not the intended connection. Cul-de-sac maps are not ideal, especially if they're like something that you explore later. Like, they're fine for the dungeons because we're on a mission, etc., but here, when we are theoretically coming back again, we want interconnectivity to get where we're going, and that's just a problem that Dawntrail has had in a lot of its zones. I think it's the biggest drawback of Dawntrail is a lack of sensible interconnectivity. There you go. There's your blueprints. Yep, I turned it off. When we first began development on the terminal, I drafted these blueprints for its design. The finished product's the work of yours truly. To be fair, the concept wasn't my own making. I have Malala folklore to thank for its creation. According to folklore, Malala were refugees from another world. Our ancestors once lived on a sun-kissed paradise by the sea, until those seas began to freeze and calamity engulfed everything in its path. Under the protection of the Speaker, my ancestors were guided to this world, and left their homeland a towering statue of their savior. The Speaker was a compassionate, selfless soul, sacrificing all she had to save her people, not unlike Queen Sphina. With the legend of the Speaker as my inspiration, I incorporated Her Majesty's beauteous visage into the top of the terminal, forever at the heart of our city. Flawless idea, if I say so myself. I gave everything, my passion, my time, my love of country, to see these blueprints given shape. They're not just pieces of parchment, they're my life's work personified. And you destroyed it, you heartless bitch! How dare you! And I nearly left them to rot in the arena of Valor. I'd be laughing this off if I weren't so furious myself, but what's important is you brought him back, and I owe you a great debt. At any rate, I may never meet Her Majesty face to face. All I can do now, all I wish to do is gaze on her glorious image before I fade away. With my thanks. May fortune favor you always. Bye-bye. I love how, like, all of them who are still around are like, oh, we're dead. Oh, it's come to an end. The endless party's over. Well, I'm gonna go look at the statue I made and then die. Only I'm not gonna die because I never existed in the first place. So there isn't even a hope of an afterlife for me. Could have done this when I was over here. 477 yalms west. Yeah, that's the arena. We're at 48 yalms west. Yeah, that's like right in the heart of the arena. Rude. 147 yalms west. There you are. You're guarded. Okay. And now we have a single thing left to do. Once again, there needs to be a connection. Like, this is all cul-de-sac. This section here is pretty well connected. This is well connected, this is well connected, this is well connected. This is not. And it makes sense that this isn't because it's like a museum, but there needs to be a connection there. I know it doesn't matter when we have flight, but still, like, okay, just think from a safety perspective. You're in the menagerie and something happens here, there's nothing you can do. And this is an opening into like the open, so like here there could be a connection, here there could be a connection. And the story drags you the other way plenty well enough, so it's not like you're gonna... I'm sure somebody would, but that would be their own damn fault. If someone wants to waste their time and skip something for their fun, that's their business. Like, I kind of regret going up here. The game didn't lead me here, but also, again, I wasn't very engaged, so it's fine. And if I really want to at some point go see what that's like, I can New Game Plus the area and go look at these two places before I flip the switch off. And really, this is the only area I care about that I, like, maybe I regret rushing through it. But also I feel like it fit the state of the story rushing through it, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm still tired from my sleep being disturbed. I don't think I'm going to be continuing for very long after I finish up this. What's the point of everything? Maybe I'll check my market boards. Scorpions are closing on critters as we speak. Oh no. Scorpions. Find the restless little Milala and kill the scorpions. Hey, are you done? I thought those the enemy took every drop of courage I could muster. They managed to escape. I had to find them and lead me to the entrance before the other scorpions catch us. Okay. Good luck, have fun. Goodbye. I wish I had this when everything was all fire. That would have been very funny. Dancing the snowman by the fire of the lava. Restless Milala. You, my weapon-wielding friend, are a lifesaver. That's going quickly, but you performed admirably. Thank you. Are you going to go away now? For the truth, I have a history with the scorpions. In my previous life, I was tasked with producing new and exciting creatures. My guests might know the wonders of the animal kingdom. As one expects, the prospect of scorpions poses a great risk. We argued with the upper management as to whether keeping them would be worth the cost. In the end, however, the menagerie curator ordered us to take them in. Supposedly, scorpion-based vodka is a popular delicacy in Alexandria before the war. Higher-ups sought to recreate those drinks and share them with the masses. I passed, and I returned as endless, only to discover the menagerie in shambles. Those scorpions have the run of the place now. I could have argued against the plan when I had the chance. I should never have agreed to that terrible exhibit. No matter how hard I let things go, these pangs of regret never abate. Thanks to you, my conscience is clearer. Our fuzzy new friends are none the worse for the wear. Ah, work on. Hey, it's Capybara. Did they belong to the menagerie? They must have, but I don't recall bringing them in. Perhaps my associates. Or they wandered... They wander in after the end. Regardless, I can rest easy knowing they'll have each other, even when I'm gone. Farewell. Freebird Living Memory. Frequent Fire 5. Yay! I can fly everywhere now. Is there anywhere I haven't explored? Yes, this way. Let's fly and clear the map. I don't think it's going to bring us to level 98. That is so sad. Wait, that just... Huh. We're up high. I don't think it really sank in during the previous thing that we're up high. We're above the clouds. And if this is FF9, then that means there's stuff below the clouds, and there's monsters in the clouds. Oh, and over here, there's like an area that you can't reach because of the magma. So people with flight could hang out here. Can we get up here? Probably not. I mean, we can, but there's not going to be, like, an up here. Yeah. There's no up here to land on. Which I think is a little sad. See the whole canals from here. Yeah, now that we're flying over, we can really see. And it was obfuscated by the gold, but yeah, this is all floating above the cloud. I wonder if there's something down there. That could be a thing to explore. There could be more of this world down below. We should explore it in the future. But yeah, Hernia is mad. I am exhausted. We have unlocked flight. It only took about an hour. People who complain about unlocking flight. It only took like an hour. It was fine. Could have been more inspired in some places. It gives me a good sense of this map. Things I like about this map. I kind of like that it's 4 maps in one. Like, this hub leading out to the 4 cul-de-sacs doesn't bother me as much. Because it makes sense for the world. I think Canal Town is definitely my favorite designed area. I love the interconnected little vibe. Yesteryear is pretty nice. Kind of wish I could get up and ride the little loop. Maybe I could have, and I just missed the opportunity. Windspath Gardens is fine from like a Unity standpoint. I don't like that I can't jump from here to here, even though I should be able to. You remember I tried. I should be able to. That makes all of this cul-de-sac compared to here. And I don't feel like it's a very interesting area. And then Isle Volcane, I adore. I love the museum. I love everything here. I just wish that there were a point of connectedness here and here. And then nothing would be cul-de-saced. And it would feel very realistic. And even if it were like blocked off, like if you had a point of connection here and it was like a closed gate, then like there'd be a sense of connectedness. But yeah, yeah, overall, pretty good. We kind of look at our places. Solution 9 was pretty cool. Heritage Found, less so. I actually really loved Shalawani. This map does not do justice to how cool Shalawani is. We go to Dawntrail down here. Tuliolol is really good too. It has great connectedness, and I love its use of altitude. Urkopacha. I think Urkopacha is my favorite of the zones. I know that I had the same sort of like connectivity thing, but Urkopacha really does feel like it's two separate zones, and you could just see one from the other. So I really, and both of them were really enjoyable to make my way around. Yoctel, I want to like Yoctel, but this is nothing interesting in Yoctel. And then Kozamauka is fine. I think Kozamauka is like the middle. Urkopacha is the top. Heritage Found is the worst. Then so bottom to top. Heritage Found worst, followed by Yoctel. Then I guess Kozamauka, Shalawani, Solution 9, Tuliolol, question mark, Living Memory. Oh no, Living Memory falls below. So Living Memory, Shalawani, Solution 9, Tuliolol, and then Urkopacha is my favorite zone. Because Urkopacha does all the stuff that Tuliolol does, and it's just like an actual place, and has so many things that I wanted to go look at, and I did a lot of exploring of Urkopacha off camera. So that's my vibe. It's my opinions. Let's go back to Tuliolol, see if I can get any money from my retainers, and then I'm gonna go. I am feeling exhausted. Lots of little quests to do. And then tomorrow, we were talking, and we were thinking Hildebrand, but looks like we have to do some MSQ before Hildebrand, so yay, we sold some stuff. What did we sell? You can see that I'm a little tired because my hand is shaking, and so I'm having trouble cooking those pizzas. Some logo hide. You know what, you buy now? You've got the right pricing. 300. I'm gonna undercut you up by 1 gil because I feel like I'm being a bitch today. And oh hey, good job, high school me. That's basically what I looked like in high school, but I was fatter. I've always been relatively large. Not like fat, but like, I am built like a cube. I'm built like a cube. My mother's built like a cube. My grandmother's built like a cube. We're stocky. Yeah. I sold some spaghetti with a crocodile skin index. Thank you, Taco Sniffer. May you have many delicious tacos to smell. Like, it's a really good smelling taco. Beef tripe. A good beef tripe taco smells so good. There we go. That's that. I'm gonna go ahead, sit down over here, and say farewell. I don't imagine anyone's watching at 11 a.m. Yeah, no one but Cassie. Farewell.